All right.
Moving on, in today's Health Watch, summer is right around the corner, which means tick season is coming in hot. Ticks can spread a host of diseases to humans. Lyme disease is the most common tick-borne illness in the U.S. The CDC estimates that approximately 476,000.
I knew they were going to show. I knew they were going to show
there
one.
It is. That's your little friend, Vlad. Might be diagnosed with the illness each year in the U.S. Joining us now, CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder, editor-at-large for public health at KFF Health News. Dr. Gounder, ticks actually really do scare. I mean, they scare a lot of parents, but my sister, who lives in the Bronx, her son, she found a tick on him in the Bronx. So how pervasive are they, especially in urban areas, and what should parents look for?
Ticks can be anywhere you have taller grasses, weedy areas, near trees, and so on. And a lot more people live near wooded areas, increasingly with the exurbs and so on. So this is something we do see. It's also going to be increasing with climate change, so that is driving wider geographic areas where you might find ticks that carry various different tick-borne diseases, including Lyme disease. And one of the key things you should know is not all ticks are going to transmit the same infections. You need to know what is being transmitted in your local area to know what you're at risk for.
So is Lyme disease treatable? Because you hear people that say they have it and then it never kind of goes away, or the symptoms don't go away.
Yeah, so Lyme disease is treatable, but same as you have post-COVID, long COVID symptoms, there are a lot of different conditions that we're now realizing may have been triggered by an infection, and then later you have maybe an autoimmune reaction, other things. The infection itself has cleared, so the Lyme disease infection is treatable, can be eliminated, but some people do go on to have other symptoms.
But what's key is really how quickly you find the tick, right? That can make all the difference.
This is really important because it takes about 36 to 48 hours for the black-legged tick, that's the one that transmits Lyme disease, to transmit the infection to you. So if you're outdoors, if you come in, if you do a full body skin check, also look at your scalp, that's a common place for them to hide, and you don't find any ticks, or if you do, you take them off right away, you're eliminating most of your risk of having acquired any kind of infection like Lyme disease.
So you should just kind of run your fingers through your kid's hair and touch the scalp.
Yeah, with a comb, like with a comb.
But every time, Dr. Gounder, parents can't do that.
Well, you know, there are other things you can do. There are other things you can do.
Look, when I went in the summer in college, when we were Army ROTC cadets, we did it at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and every day we would come, or whenever we made it back to the barracks, we'd all undress, and we just like scan each other, and we'd find them all over, on our backs, on our butts.
Really?
Like, yes, yes, and we had to pull them out. The Army taught us how to pull them out.
And so apparently, like, if you do find one and you pull it out, you have to pull it out in its entirety?
In its entirety. You don't want to leave anything behind. So you use like fine tip tweezers. Yep, and you grab it right as close to the skin as you can. You don't want to be jiggling it around or twisting it. You want to pull it straight up so that you're getting the whole thing. And then, you know, you might also want to save it. If you're going to save it for testing down the line, just in case, you know, that there is something that comes up, put it in a small plastic container with a wet cotton ball and just leave it in the fridge until you're sure, you know, you need it tested or not.
Fun times. Good times, Dr. Gounder.
And let everyone in your house know what's happening in the fridge.
Science experiment.
Talk about ordering lollipops. We also find out a kid ate a tick.
Oh my
That would be bad.
gosh, Dr. Gounder, thank you.
My pleasure.
You.